Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to a quick hitter edition of Epic Gangster Tales. We're gonna go ahead and get into something light today, but it's very interesting if you ask me. Possibly the last mob-related hit in New England. We're gonna go ahead and get into that now. Back in 2019, Napoleon Andrade, 37, of Central Falls, Rhode Island, who has ties and was an associate of ex-Patriarca crime family boss Luigi Baby Shacks Minocchio, who was boss of the Patriarca crime family from 1996 to roughly 2008. Andrade was gunned down in a hail of bullets outside of a Pawtucket, Rhode Island halfway house for recently released federal prisoners. Andrade, who has a lengthy criminal history, was wrapping up a sentence for taking part in a 2010 Connecticut home invasion where the victim was a 78-year-old associate of the Gambino crime family. One of the 5 families out of New York. You know, the big boys when it comes to the Mafia world. You know what I mean? The commission, you know, everything's ran out of New York these days. It's been like that for a while. Andrade previously worked as a bouncer at numerous mob-controlled Providence area strip clubs. Your Foxy Lady, your Cadillac Lounge, Satin Doll, etc. All the strip clubs he worked at had ties to the Mafia. In this case, the Providence faction of the Patriarca crime family. Andrade did a lot of collection work and enforcement work as well for the Patriarca crime family. Specifically Baby Shacks Minocchio. It is said that he had Baby Shacks' trust, which isn't easily gained. You know what I mean? The man was not a boss of a major crime family, the New England Mafia, for roughly, you know, from 96 to 2008, almost 2009. That's a long time, especially for anybody who took over, even Gotti, who took over from 85. He only made it to 95 years. You know what I mean? Cadillac Frank, 91 to 96, 5 years. You know what I mean? So the fact that this man, you know, Baby Shacks, was the boss for that long, you know he was doing something right and he had it up here. You know what I mean? That ain't hard to tell. You know, like I said, it said he was in the circle of trust with Minocchio, and that's huge. That says a lot right there. It's not no slouch, and when it comes to the streets, there's no one more plugged in than the boss of a crime family. In this case, Baby Shacks. But yeah, like I said, he never flipped or folded. You know, like I said, the home invasion was in 2010. He got murdered in 2019, standing outside of his Pawtucket, Rhode Island halfway house. So he did some time. He didn't rap. I mean, he's got a rap sheet. You know what I mean? So it wasn't that. You know what I mean? Retired Rhode Island State Police Colonel Stephen O'Donnell of the Rhode Island State Police was quoted saying this about Andrade. He's an enforcer. He's the type of person when he shows up at your door, you're going to do what you're asked to do. Period. There's no doubt detectives will seek to see if this hit has any ties to the home invasion and the Gambino crime family out of New York, or is this the Patriarca crime family patching up an old beef out of New York? You know what I mean? Like I said, he roughed this guy up. This is a Gambino associate. You know, I'm sure he's plugged in. You know what I mean? You know, who knows really where it came from? This is still unsolved. But like I said, go figure at the time of the murder, then Capo Little Eddie Lato, 72, of Providence, was also a resident at the same halfway house at the same time as Andrade. I'm sure Little Eddie Lato, you know, now rumored to be the current underboss of the Patriarca crime family out of the Providence faction. You know, so I'm sure it was a coincidence, you know, nonetheless. Because either way, the FBI or the Rhode Island State Police would have jammed Lato up if there was anything there. You know what I mean? Especially him being I'm sure he was pissed. You know what I mean? The guy was wrapping up a 9-year sentence for extortion and other things. You know, and this is a big fish. You know what I mean? But like I said, this was back in 2019, and clearly nothing came of it like that. But at the same time, you know, they explored that option, you know, if it had any ties to that. But like I said, really wasn't anything there because, well, nothing came of it. You know what I mean? You know, so maybe it was the Gambino family taking vengeance on Andrade for tackling and pistol whipping a 78-year-old Gambino gangster and tying him up in his own home. You know, he was pistol whipped, he wrapped a towel over his head, bound him up, tied him up. You know, a home invasion is that type of crime where it's personal, you know what I mean? Like, if you come in my house, and I have the chance to send you to a better place, I'm gonna send you to a better place. No question about it, you know what I mean? So, at the same time, a home invasion, stuff like that warrants that type of get back. You know what I mean? If it was that. If it was like a beef out of New York, or the Patriarca family trying to patch things up with New York and keep it on an even keel. Who knows? This is unsolved. It was back in 2019. Nothing has came of it since. You know, Andrade has been jammed up on gun and drug charges multiple times, so maybe it wasn't mob related. And the streets came calling. You know, someone thirsty for revenge and took it. You know, who knows for sure, but let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Was it the mob? Was it New York? Was it the Gambino gangster who maybe had relatives or friends come get that get back? Or was it the Patriarca crime family? Like I said, comment down below. Let me know what you think. You know, or maybe it was just some Providence street gang justice, some street gang politics. You know, he had a reputation on the streets of Providence, Central Falls, you know, which is another rough little place in Rhode Island. You know, but either way, this has been another episode of Epic Gangster Tales. Go ahead and like, comment, share, and most importantly, guys, I can't stress this enough. You know, I'm really working here. I'm trying to give you guys the best content possible and keep everything humming, keep everything on an even keel. So please, guys, subscribe. It makes a huge difference. You know, it just makes everything that much easier to go ahead and keep dropping videos and content for you guys. So please, if you're rocking with the channel, if you're tuning in like I know you are, subscribe, guys, subscribe. And keep checking out the videos. I will see you next week. Saturday is the day. I will see you then, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good week. Take care.